Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Warthog, Soviet Global Command 12.3. Okay, there are two things I forgot to mention in a previous turn I'm going to cover now. When the Americans captured New Delhi, that put Kashmir, Hyderabad, West Bengal, and Assam all out of supply because there's no. The Americans took the army base that was their source of supply. Here, by occupying all Pakistan, they have a land supply path cut off, and the Soviets do not have a sea supply path into here. So, as of right now, the forces in Hyderabad and Kashmir, as I said, are out of supply. Okay, now here we go. I have to take that back where it goes. Okay. Tech. Advanced Logistics, Advanced SLBMs, SDI, Top Gun, and Advanced Manufacturing. SDI, and that's it. So the Soviets go to stage 2 of SDI. Tied with the Americans there. All right. Well, I forgot to get the dice out. Let me look and make sure. Okay. Because where are we? Because New Delhi is possessed by the Americans, you recall there, the Soviets do get 2 theater release dice. Theater release, right? Yeah, 2 theater release dice. And they hit an 11. That'll do it. So the Soviets are theater released against the Americans. That's also going to release their battlefield nukes and nuclear anti-ship missiles. So let's see here. We need some American roundels. And that is going to have a bit of an impact on play this turn. Let's see here. They've got a self-propelled artillery they can place, 2 theater missiles, and that's it for placement for now. So let's go ahead and place these reserve force units. Now let's see. Well, they can't really reach anything that would hurt the Americans there. Theater missiles. For now, theater missiles are going to go here at the major army base in South Caucasia, and the self-propelled artillery has to be placed using normal placement rules, so it has to go at an army base. So they're going to place that here in Macau. Okay, so that's it. Soviets released. All right. Next up, there's no global operations. We've done that. Okay, military aid and purchase. The only military aid this time is 5 on a next-gen MBT to Warsaw Pact. Okay, then for themselves, the Soviets are spending 8 battle stars on a minor army base upgrade. They're spending 5 more battle stars to start a minor army base, which will be constructed in Novgorod. Then they're going to spend 12 on a pair of fighters. They are spending 38 on 2 next-gen MBTs, 2 early-gen MBTs, and 4 fighters. 24, is that right? Yeah, 24 on 4 MBTs and 4 early-gen MBTs, 12 on 6 paramilitary, and they're saving 1. Okay, now, combat movement. Here we go. Okay, to fix the problem that I just mentioned, at least for Hyderabad and West Bengal being out of supply, these 2 guys from eastern Iran will make an unopposed attack into South Pakistan to capture that and reopen an overland supply path to Hyderabad. So there's that. No battle star earned. So the out of supply marker now comes off. Okay, next, there is going to be an all-out everything, including the kitchen sink attack on Suez. So everything here in Sudan is attacking. 2 attack helicopters from Zaire, 1-2 to join the attack. The air in Macau here, fighter, 2 early gen fighters, and an attack bomber are attacking. And do they want to? Not really, but I think they're going to. The Soviets are going to use battlefield nukes in Suez. So this attack bomber will be rolling battlefield nukes. Also, the strategic bomber and the backfire will fly over and carpet bomb. And there's a fighter right here in Syria that will also come out 1, 2, 3 and join the attack. So there's the combat there. The battle cruiser in M10 and the 2 destroyers are shooting a pair of P-700s and 2 anti-ship missiles at the NATO fleet in M7. Now, since they are not released for nukes against NATO, that's conventional anti-ship missiles. The 2 theater missiles that were placed in southern Caucasia, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are targeting the 2 minor bases there in North Pakistan, the air base and the army base. Okay, there's that. Come down here to the Atlantic. These 2 SSNs and A-39 remain on silent running and move 1, 2, 3 down here to A-46 where they come off silent running, and they fire 2 anti-ship missiles each at the American ships in A-43, and these are now released as nuclear anti-ship missiles. And they are using spy satellite here, so they will have full surface target select. And then up here, okay, with this fleet here, we have a cruiser and a destroyer that are each shooting a cruise missile into West Poland. This major air base here in Baltic states shoots 1, 1, 2. That makes 3. The major air base in Leningrad shoots 1, 1, 2, 3. That makes 4. The major air base here in western Ukraine, 1, 2, makes 5 cruise missiles going into West Poland in a surgical strike. And there's no SAM there, so no missile defense. And I believe that is it for combat movement. I believe it is. So we'll just start right here since we're already in position. So we have 5 unopposed cruise missiles in West Poland. 1 hit. 1 hit. Everybody has PGM, so they get target select, and they see the hit was a 2, so they cannot select next gen MBTs. So instead, they're going to choose to kill an MBT. So the green becomes 2 grays. Okay, there we are. Since we're right here, we'll go ahead and use the auxiliary tray to do the theater missile attacks on North Pakistan. Those are minor bases, so they're targeted by 1 missile each. So the minor army base does its AMD shot. That's a miss. The minor air base does its shot. That missile is shot down with a 1. So the minor army base missile goes in and does, you know what, I just realized there was damage that I forgot to apply that Warsaw Pact scored on NATO. Okay, oh no, it was destroyed. That's right, never mind. Okay, there's 8 damage. That's not enough to destroy it. You recall the max damage on a minor army base is 10. We get an 8. Pull down here. And here we go. 8 damage on that minor army base. Okay, there's that. Now we're, oh, wait a minute. Anti-ship missiles. We're going to do them too while we're here. Again, the target there is NATO, so those are conventional anti-ship missiles. And they have a cruiser and 2 frigates, so they get 3 AMD shots. Both missiles are shot down. No joy. Okay. Got that taken care of. Let me pick up some missiles to get off the board as long as I'm right here. Okay, now we go back. Back around here. Now we're going to have the P700 and ASM strike in M7. So again, there is a cruiser and 2 frigates there to provide missile defense. They missed. Okay, so we've got 2 P700s are black, 2 ASMs are blue. And yeah, there's no target select on this one. Okay, there is 1 hit by an ASM. The P700s both missed. Okay, there's no target select. So NATO decides well, to maintain as much strength of their force as they can. Do they want to do that? No, I was thinking about putting a damage on the cruiser, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 2nd damage on the supercarrier. Now, supercarrier has 4 flight ops slots. They've lost 2, so these 2 planes that are on the carrier are now the max capacity allowed. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to have the nuclear anti-ship missile attack on the Americans in A-43 with target select. So here it is. 12 dice worth of pain. Oh, geez. This is going to hurt real bad. There's 7 hits. There's 7 hits, and those are, as I said, are all target select hits because I used the spy satellite. So, trying not to let the tripod fall over. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. That's enough hits to wipe the force out, kill the Marines and the attack chopper. So there's 2 hits on that, and then 1 each on these. Yeah. They actually had one extra hit they didn't really actually need. That hurts the American. That upsets his plan. Let's see now. There's going to be some battle stars result from that. There is. Because sink a capital ship with an ASM strike, that's +2. Does that count as defeat a task force? Well, I think it would, because it was a task force and it was wiped out. So I think that's going to be 4 naval battle stars for the Soviets. 2 for the amphib and 2 more for wiping out, therefore defeating the task force. Okay, next up, I think the only thing we have left to do is the Battle of Suez. Let me check my notes and be sure. Yep. All right, let me get things moved to the board. Okay, we're all set up, ready to go. There is no first strike for the attacking Soviets. The Americans in defense have a SAM and a field artillery that will defend with chemical. The Americans are stage 2 chemical warfare. The Soviets are all ground forces down 1 for the desert penalty. So, and as I said before, their attack bomber will be rolling battlefield nukes. So here we go. The American SAM gets 3 shots. There is 1 hit. So 1 air hit in first strike. And then the field artillery rolling chemical. Big miss. Miss as hard as you possibly can miss. Okay, so the Soviets have to take 1 air hit, which they will put on an early gen fighter. Of course, there's no battle star for that. Okay, so here we go now. The Soviets have 4 early gen fighters. Air superiority. All miss. 3 fighters on air superiority. 2 hits. 2 air hits that are 2 air battle stars for the Soviets. Okay, now we have SAM with 3 shots at 1. Miss. 2 early gen MBTs at 1. There is 1 general hit. Okay, now you've got A strategic bomber, carpet bombing. There is one hit. Backfire carpet bombing for another hit. Okay, there's 5, 8, 9 MBTs. 9 MBTs at 3. One hit. Goes up to 4. And now there's 3 next gen MBTs at 5. There is one land target select hit. Now there's 3, 4, 6. 6 attack choppers. Okay, there's 4 hits. One of them is a reactive armor target select. And then 3 general hits. I'm going to take that up to 7. And then the attack bomber with battlefield nukes. There is 1, and that will be a reactive armor target select. Okay, so now the defending Americans. We've got 2 advanced air superiority fighters. A 9 and a 10. You can believe that. 4 fighters on air superiority. 1 hit. One hit. So there's an air battle star for the Americans. Okay, now we've got an attack chopper. There is a general hit. Three light infantry. There's another hit. 2 mechs. There's another hit. And 5 next gen MBTs. Now there's 2 land target select hits and 2 more general hits. Takes this up to 5. Okay. 2 reactive armor hits they put on next gen MBTs, of course, leaving 3 of those. Take that off. 1 regular land target select, they kill a mech with that. Takes that off. 2 land target selects by the defenders, they can't hit the next gens. So instead they're killing 2 MBTs. Take that off. 2 air hits. The Americans are going to kill the attack chopper and 1 of the fighters. I'm just going to go ahead and move him over there. So that clears that off. 1 air hit by the Americans kills another early gen fighter for the Soviets. And the Americans have to take 7 general hits. There's the Salmon Field Artillery. That's 2. Now they're going to have to take the 2 air superiority fighters. That makes 4. 3 light infantry makes 7. Soviets have to take 5 general hits. So there's the SAM. There's 2 next-gen MBTs, or early-gen MBTs. That's 3. They got to take 2 more. And so they're going to lose 2 early-gen fighters. Takes that off. And we're going to round 2. These guys come over here. Well, I just keep knocking stuff over. They just ain't quite enough room there. Too many pieces. And this guy goes to his spot there. These 2 guys go to the box, but I'm just going to leave them where they are. Okay, so okay, so we have 1 attack bomber, 3 fighters, and 6 attack choppers. Okay, I see 7 hits. No target selects. 7 general hits. And they need 3, 6, 7. So that's enough to wipe the Americans out. So defending, we got a mech. 3 next-gen MBTs. So we got a mech, 3 next-gen MBTs, and 3 fighters are orange. One, 2. Actually, those 2 are. And we've got 1 reactive armor target select. And we've got 1 regular land target select. That's those 2. There's a general hit by the MBT. And then we've got another reactive armor target select, another land target select, and that's it. Okay, as I said, the Americans are wiped out. So 2 reactive armor target selects, they kill 2 next-gen MBTs. 2 target selects. They kill 2 MBTs. For their 1 general hit, the Soviets take an early gen fighter. Take an early gen fighter. That clears those off, and the Americans, as I said, are wiped out. So that's going to be a land battle star for the Soviets. And that's it for combat. So let me, well, first of all, let's see, we had battlefield nukes were used once. Yeah. So the battlefield nukes go up, or the fallout goes up from 12 to 13. Let's see, Suez is worth 2. So the Soviets go up to 55, the Americans go down to 57. That's all that stuff. Now I gotta put things back. Okay, things are put back. Now we're doing non-combat movement. So let's start over here. Just because they don't know what's going to happen, they don't want to get trapped in port. I mean, it may not be any safer for them out of port, but the former Indian Navy that is now Soviet in port there at West Bengal is coming out of port. Okay. Just keeping track of things, the mech up here in Kashmir is still out of supply. This light infantry from Tehran drops down to Shiraz to guard the oil fields. Let's see, I just used that over there. I have another one right here. Because Jordan is about to get way crowded. Let me move this stuff over here to a card. Put the marker there in Jordan. Okay. Self-propelled artillery from Makkah moves to Jordan. 2 early gen MBTs, 1, 2. Move into Jordan. The early gen fighter 1-2 goes over to Jordan. This MBT in Oman goes 1-2 into Makkah. This thing stuff off of here so I don't forget that I've already done it. Okay, this next gen MBT in UAE is doing strategic land movement. So 1, 2, 3 into Jordan. That one off there. The next gen MBT in Qatar just goes 1, 2 into Makkah. The 2 attack choppers here in eastern Saudi, 1, 2 into Jordan. The attack chopper in Kuwait, 1, 2 into Jordan, along with the next gen MBT from there. The strategic bomber and the backfire from the Suez attack flew back to Baghdad. It was 5 spaces there, 5 back. The 2 fighters and attack bomber from the Suez attack are going to land in Jordan. Okay, there's that. Those come off. Down here, These two attack choppers from Zaire are going to fly 1-2 over here to Nigeria. The American invasion threat is gone, but they're going to go over there just in case they're needed anyway. Same with these two next-gen MBTs and two SAMs from Kenya, going 1-2 over here to Zaire. Let's see. The SAM from Ethiopia is going to move to Sudan. The two SAMs from Somali Republic, there is an army base there, so they're going to use strategic land movement and go 1, 2, 3 over here to Zaire. No, actually they're not. They're going to go 1, 2 over here to Sudan. Change that. The SAM and the light infantry, since there's no direct threat at the moment, from Madagascar, well, only one of them can go, because the Soviets haven't completed, advanced logistics. So the SAM will stay. The light infantry is going to sea lift 1, 2, 3 over to Angola. Okay, there's that, and we're going this way. Two or four early gen MBTs from Moscow, 1, 2 into eastern Ukraine, and then 4 MBTs from Smolensk will go 1, 2 into western Ukraine. And that's that for non-combat movement. So now we'll place some units. Let's see. So the minor army base that was started goes to the build chart. Stage 2, of course. And I think this is too much to carry, so I'm just going to go back and forth around the table. I got too much stuff stacked on this. Too much stacked on this build plate to be able to carry it. I'll dump stuff all over the floor. Let's see, where the hell do these two fighters go? Where the hell do these two fighters go? Oh, eastern Ukraine. Okay, 2 fighters get built in eastern Ukraine. Also putting 2 paramilitary in eastern Ukraine, 2 paramilitary in western Ukraine, 2 paramilitary in Baltic states. The army base upgrade goes to Leningrad. Now 2 troops. Okay, 4 MBTs are built here in Smolensk. 4 early gen MBTs are built here in Moscow. Then 2 early gen MBTs built in western Ukraine with 2 next gen MBTs and 4 fighters. That's all units placed. The next gen MBT military aid to Warsaw Pact. Well, it's pretty much a waste no matter where you put it, but I put it in eastern Czechoslovakia just for no other reason than NATO walks in here, they don't get to have a battle star for it. I mean, 1 next gen MBT isn't going to be enough to keep them out of there. Okay, so aid's delivered. Now it is time. Give them their missiles. So 5 anti-ship missiles get added and 6 cruise missiles. Now let's tally up the battle stars here. Soviets have 11 battle stars in the bank. Okay, now money. Soviets are at 55. Now we gotta go around and do our counting again. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Looks like 22, 23, okay, 23, and then 1 for Central Turkey, 24, 1 for Anatolia, 25. 2 for Nigeria, 27, 2 for Shiraz, 29, 4 for Suez, 33, 4 for Eastern Saudi, 37, for UAE 41. 55 plus 41 is 96. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. 95, 96, plus the one they saved puts 97 in the Soviet coffers for a potential turn 13. And you know what I did again? I forgot to use the American SR-71 to defend Suez. I keep forgetting it. One of these days, maybe I'll get it. It took me forever to remember to do chemical disruption on the first hit there, so who knows how many months it'll take me to remember the SR-71s are available. Okay, Ozark Outpost. Over and out.